Let me ask you something. What would you do if I told you that your retirement fund, the one you've been building for years, planned to last only 20 years, could actually last 40 years with just a plane ticket and one simple piece of paperwork? I know it sounds unbelievable. Most financial advisors will never tell you this secret because it eliminates your need for their complex and expensive plans. This secret isn't hidden in high-risk stock plays or the latest crypto craze. The secret lies entirely in the tax laws and purchasing power of where you live. Most retirees lose money simply because they're spending it in the wrong country. Today, I'm going to show you how to press that financial pressure release button and how and where you can manage that large nest egg of yours. This is a geographic decision, not just a financial game. Let's get started right now. Hello, I'm George. I achieved my own financial independence in my 40s and have spent the last 20 years navigating the most complex financial labyrinths of the US, Canada, and Europe, helping hundreds of retirees like you protect and grow their life savings. I'm neither a stock speculator nor a real estate agent. I'm simply a financial advisor who understands how money behaves around the world. As someone who actively manages my own retirement plans, I understand your concerns very well. Problem: the invisible enemy. The biggest threat to your retirement plan isn't stock market volatility. It's not even inflation. The real enemy is something you don't see, something you haven't factored in: geographic financial erosion. This erosion destroys your fund in 3 ways. First erosion: invisible tax loss. Your retirement pension, Social Security income, investment gains. The tax system of the country you live in silently erodes them. Capital gains tax in the US, high income tax in Canada, income tax reaching up to 42% in Germany, property tax in the UK. Let me give you an example. Someone with an annual retirement income of $60,000 in the US pays an average of 20% in taxes. Someone living in London pays 25–30%. Someone in Frankfurt pays 28–35%. These are losses ranging from $12,000 to $21,000 per year. Over 20 years, that's between $240,000 and $420,000, nearly half your fund. But here's the thing: if that same person lived in another country, the tax could be zero. Zero. This isn't a fantasy. It's what thousands of retirees are already doing. Second erosion, local inflation trap. If you're living in Toronto, London, New York, or Paris, local inflation is well above the global average. Just a 10% increase in your grocery bills in 1 year means $10,000 of your $500,000 nest egg has literally evaporated. Monthly comfortable living cost for a couple in Vancouver is $5,800 Canadian dollars. In London, £4,200. In Amsterdam, €4,500. The same standard of living is possible elsewhere for half that amount. Third erosion, mandatory spending illusion. Where you live, there are expenses considered mandatory. Car insurance, heating, high health premiums, property taxes, municipal taxes. But the reality is, most of these expenses can be 40 to 60% cheaper elsewhere or completely unnecessary. It's not about spending less. It's about making every dollar you spend work harder for you. Real story, dramatic transformation. Let me tell you about the Daniels family from Tampa, Florida. Mr. and Mrs. Daniels retired with $550,000 in savings and $48,000 in annual Social Security income. Their problem was this: annual total expenses, $66,000, Social Security income, $48,000 annual deficit, $18,000. But the real problem was this: when they withdrew money from their savings to cover this deficit, the withdrawal was taxed. The real deficit climbed to $21,000. Their financial advisor told them, "Your money will run out when you're 88. Mr. Daniels' dream of celebrating his 100th birthday was 12 years short. This was a financial tragedy. Then they came to me, and I asked them one question: Where is your money most free? The Daniels family made a bold decision. They did geographic financial arbitrage. They moved to where their money had the most power. The result? Their fund's lifespan extended from age 88 to age 108, 20 extra years, with the same money. How? Let me show you those 3 tax havens. First haven, Portugal, Europe's silent power. Our first stop is Portugal. Many people think Europe is expensive, but Portugal is different. Here you live to European standards while getting the advantages of a tax haven. Tax advantage, NHR. Program and the reality. Portugal's non-habitual resident program offers incredible tax incentives to foreign retirees. Although the program changed in 2024, certain transitional and exceptional rules still apply. Here's the critical point. Foreign source retirement income is taxed in Portugal at a low flat rate, typically 10%. This means avoiding tax brackets of up to 35% in Germany, 30% rates in France, 28% in Canada, or 20% capital gains tax in the US. Thanks to double taxation avoidance agreements, many retirees can make part of their income tax-free. Cost of living, detailed analysis. The cost of living in Portugal is well below Western Europe and North America. But it's not just about numbers. Quality of life matters too. Housing and basic expenses outside Lisbon. Cascais, Sintra Setúbal, 1-bedroom rental apartment. 800, 1,000 euro central. Lisbon, 1,200, 1,500. Euro central Porto, 900, 1,200s. Euros Algarve, southern coast. 1,000, 1,300 euros. Electricity, water, internet, 100, 150 euros. Private health insurance, 80, 130 euros. Month daily life. Here's the interesting part. Eating in Portugal is a pleasure, not a wallet massacre. A quality restaurant dinner in Lisbon costs 20 to 35 euros per person. The same meal in London is 50, 70 pounds. In Paris, 40, 60 euros. So if you eat out 3 times a week in Portugal, you pay what you'd pay for 1 meal in London. Weekly grocery shopping, 60, 80 euros in Portugal. 100, 130 euros in Germany, 90, 120 pounds in the UK, $100, $140 in the US. Now here's the really interesting part, furniture and technology. IKEA prices are similar across Europe, but local furniture in Portugal is 30 to 40% cheaper. Apple products are at European prices, but electronics in local stores are more affordable. Private healthcare is amazingly cheap. General practitioner visit 40 to 60 euros, specialist 60, 90 euros. Private consultation in London is 150, 200 pounds. So in Portugal, private healthcare is faster and cheaper than waiting for the UK's public health system. Social life and activities. Portugal is a country that prioritizes social life. Theatre ticket 15, 25 euros, cinema 7, 10 euros. Museum entry often free or 5, 8 euros. Yoga class 8 to 12 euros. Gym membership 30, 50 euros per month. Good news for golf enthusiasts. Golf course green fee in Algarve is 60, 100 euros. In Scotland, 120, 200 pounds. Real estate region by region guide. Now for the critical question, where should you settle in Portugal? Lisbon and surroundings. Lisbon is the capital and most cosmopolitan city. City centre, Baixa Chiado, Príncipe Real, is touristy and expensive, 4,000, 6,000 euros per square metre. But venture slightly outside and you'll strike gold. Cascais, 30 minutes from Lisbon coastal town, vacation spot for wealthy Portuguese. Very safe, beautiful beaches. 3,500, 5,000 euros per square metre. Ideal for retirees, both peaceful and easy access. Sintra, UNESCO heritage, historic village surrounded by greenery. 40 minutes from Lisbon. 3,500 euros per square metre. Paradise for nature lovers. Porto and the north. Porto, Portugal's second largest city, but much calmer. City centre is 20-30% cheaper than Lisbon. 2,500, 3,500 euros per square metre. Braga and Guimarães, north of Porto, much more rural, extremely peaceful. €2,000 per square meter. You can buy a villa here and enjoy Portuguese life. However, English-speaking population is smaller, adaptation is a bit harder. Algarve, southern coast. Algarve is Portugal's Florida. Year-round sunshine, magnificent beaches, large expat community. Lagos, Tavira, Albufeira, touristy but livable. Lagos is especially popular among retirees. €3,000 per square meter. Tavira is calmer, more authentic, €2,500 per square meter. Algarve's advantage, airport very close, 15-18 degrees even in winter, English widely spoken. Disadvantage, too many tourists in summer, hidden gems for investment. Coimbra, university city, between Lisbon and Porto, not yet discovered. €100 per square meter. Rental yield 5 to 6%. My recommendation, in 10 years, prices here will double. Aveiro, called Portugal's Venice, Canal City, seafood, peaceful, €2,800 per square meter. High investment potential. Visa process, D7 passive income visa. The D7 visa is one of the easiest retirement visas. Here's how to do it step by step. Step 1. Before going to Portugal, contact a Portuguese lawyer. You need to get a NEF, tax number remotely. Cost €100-200, time 2 to 3 weeks. Step 2. Open an account at a Portuguese bank. Some banks allow you to open an account remotely. Millennium BCP and Novo Banco are open to foreigners. No minimum balance required, but you need to show regular income for the visa application. Step 3. Get health insurance, can be Portuguese insurance or international insurance. Monthly cost, €130. Step 4. Go to Portugal and apply to the consulate for a D7 visa. Required documents, passport, proof of income, approximately €760 monthly is sufficient. Health insurance, criminal record certificate. Step 5. Rent or buy a property in Portugal. A rental contract is sufficient for the visa. The entire process takes 6 to 9 months. Looks complicated, but a lawyer guides you through all steps. The Daniels family's Portuguese adventure. The Daniels family followed all these steps. First, they rented an Airbnb in Cascais for a month to get to know the country. Then they signed a long-term rental contract in Lagos. They paid a lawyer €2,000. Total visa costs and first month's rent included. They spent €8,000. They sold their Tampa home, paid capital gains tax, but this was their last tax payment. Their life in Lagos, beach walk every morning, golf twice a week, plenty of restaurants, monthly budget €3,500. They were spending $5,500 in Tampa. Result, annual savings of $20,600. Put that into the calculation over 20 years, and their fund's lifespan extended by 20 years. Second haven, Panama, the silent winner. Our second haven is Panama. This country has built its financial system almost entirely around foreign income. Tax miracle, territorial taxation. Income earned from outside Panama is not taxed. If you receive retirement income from the US, Canada, Germany, or any country, the Panamanian government does not tax this income. Zero tax. This is called territorial taxation. Only income earned within Panama is taxed, nearly perfect for retirees. Special program, Pensionado Visa. Panama's Pensionado program offers special discounts for retirees. 5 to 25% discount on healthcare services, 10 to 30% discount on medications, 5 to 30%. Discount on transportation, 50% discount on cinema and events, 25% discount at restaurants, 50% discount on hotel stays, some hotels. Cost of living, half of the West housing costs. Rent for a modern apartment in Panama City Center, 1 bedroom, $800, $200. 2 bedroom, $200 to $800. Electricity, water, internet, $120, $180. Building management fee, $100, $200. Outside Panama City, Coronado, Boquete, David, 1 2 bedroom, $500, $800, 2 bedroom, $800, $1 to $200, all utilities, $80, $120. Daily life, Panama's hidden power. Panama's food culture is diverse. Lunch at a local restaurant is $5 8. Dinner at a mid-range restaurant is $15 $25. At a good steakhouse, $30 $45. Same meal in Miami is $60 $90. In London, £50 £80. Grocery shopping. Since Panama imports US products, some items are similarly priced, but local products are very cheap. Weekly groceries, $70 $100. In Florida, $120 $160. Organic vegetables, tropical fruits, mangoes cost $1 per kilo, 3 avocados for $1. Technology and electronics. Thanks to Panama's free zone, electronics can be cheaper than the US. iPhone prices are almost the same as the US, sometimes 5 to 10% cheaper. Laptops, TVs, all competitively priced. Furniture. No IKEA, but there are local furniture manufacturers. Quality wood furniture is very affordable. Complete living room set, $1,500, $2,500. In the US, $4,000, $6,000. Health and social activities. Panama's healthcare system is among the best in Latin America. Private hospitals, Hospital Punta Pacifica, Johns Hopkins affiliated, are world-class. General practitioner visit $30 to $50, specialist $50, $80. MRI scan $200, $300. In the US, $1,000, $2,000. Gym membership $40, $70 a month. Yoga class $8 to $12. Cinema ticket $6 to $8. Pensionado discounted $3 to $4. Real estate, regional guide Panama City, modern metropolis. Panama City is called Latin America's Dubai. Skyscrapers, modern infrastructure, everything in English. Punta Pacifica, most luxurious neighborhood. Walking distance to hospital and shopping centers. $2,500, $3,500 per square meter. 2 bedroom with ocean view. $250,000 to $350,000. Rental yield 4 to 5%. Casco Viejo, historic district, UNESCO heritage, boutique hotels and restaurants. $3,000, $4,000 per square meter. Touristy but charming. Good for investment but noisy. Costa del Este, newly developing area, family-friendly, beaches nearby. $800, $2,500 per square meter. Rental yield 5 to 6%. My recommendation, ideal for long-term investment. Beach towns, peaceful life. Coronado, 1.5 hours from Panama City. Beach town, large expat community. Golf courses, beaches, safe. 2 bedroom villa, $150,000 on $250,000. $1,800 per square meter, most popular for retirees. Playa Blanca, slightly cheaper than Coronado. $1,500 per square meter, less crowded, quieter. Mountain regions, Panama's hidden paradise. Boquete, Panama's mountain. Region coffee plantations, spring weather year-round, 18-22 degrees. A hidden gem for retirees worldwide. Cost of living in Boquete is 60% of Panama City, $800 to $1,500 per square meter. A house in nature with mountain views, $120,000, $200,000. David. Next to Boquete, more urban but still peaceful, $600, $1,000 per square meter. Better infrastructure but less nature. Caribbean, Bocas del Toro. Bocas del Toro, Panama's Caribbean coast. Islands, turquoise waters. Very tropical, very humid, weak infrastructure but paradise-like. $1,800 per square meter for adventure seekers. Mortgage and financing. Foreigners can get mortgages in Panama. Most Panamanian banks, BAC, Banco General, lend to foreigners. Interest rates are between 5 to 7%, 30 to 40% down payment required. Some U.S. banks, Citi, HSBC, offer mortgages in Panama. Interest rates 4.56%. Process is easier because you're already familiar with the U.S. banking system. Mr. Martinez's story, step by step. Let me tell you in detail about Mr. Martinez from Chicago. Situation: age 62, monthly pension of $4,200, cost of living in Chicago $4,800, monthly deficit of $600, savings of $420,000, projection: money will run out at age 78. Step 1. Mr. Martinez made an exploratory trip to Panama. Stayed 10 days, visited Panama City and Coronado, cost $2,000. Step 2. Signed a 6-month rental contract in Coronado, monthly rent $1,200. Rented out his Chicago home, generated $2,800 monthly income. Step 3. Applied for pensionado visa. Hired a lawyer, $1,500. Prepared documents. Process took 4 months. Step 4. After 6 months, bought a 2-bedroom villa in Coronado for $180,000. Down payment $72,000, 40%. Mortgage $108,000. Step 5. Sold his Chicago home. Paid capital gains tax, last tax payment. Result: Martinez now adds $2,150 to his savings every month. His $420,000 fund isn't depleting. It's growing by $25,800 annually. At 78, the money won't run out. Instead, it will grow to $550,000. Third haven: United Arab Emirates. Zero tax, maximum comfort. Our third haven is the United Arab Emirates, specifically Dubai. For many years it was only a business address, but in the last 5 years a new chapter has opened for retirees. Tax paradise, literally zero. In Dubai, there's no income tax, no property tax, no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax, and even VAT is only 5%. Nothing, zero. If you're withdrawing 6% annually from a $500,000 portfolio, $30,000. In the US, 20% of this income goes to tax, $6,000. In Germany, 25-30%, meaning $7,500, $9,000. In Dubai, zero. Special Retirement Visa Dubai has a special retirement visa program for those over 60. 2 routes. $272,000, 1 million AED in savings in the bank, $204,000, 750,000 AED worth of real estate in Dubai. Visa is for 5 years, renewable, no sponsor needed. You can add family members too. Cost of living, luxurious but balanced housing. Dubai Marina, Center touristy. 1 bedroom, $2,200, $3,000 month. Jumeirah Village Circle, quiet, family-oriented. 1 bedroom, $1,400, $1,800 a month. Dubai Sports City, 1 bedroom, $1,200, $1,600 a month. Sharjah, 30 min to Dubai. 1 bedroom, $800, $1,200 month. Electricity and water, DWA. $200, $350 in summer due to AC. $100, $150 in winter. Internet, $80, $100. Daily life, Dubai's dual nature. In Dubai, you can live both very luxuriously and very economically. Hotel restaurant meals, $50, $100. Local restaurants, $10, $20. You choose. Weekly shopping at Carrefour, Lulu Hypermarket, $100, $140. In London, £120, £160. In New York, $140, $180. So Dubai is cheaper than you think. Interesting point. Alcohol is expensive in Dubai, 30% tax. But if you don't drink, you save money. Fruits and vegetables are very cheap. Tomatoes at Indian and Pakistani markets are $0, $50 per kilo. In London, £3 to £4. Technology heaven. In Dubai, Apple, Samsung, Sony, all 10-15% cheaper than Europe. Low VAT, high competition. MacBook Pro is £2,500 in London, equivalent of £2,100 in Dubai. Furniture. There's IKEA, Ashley Furniture, local stores. Very high competition, prices 20% cheaper than Europe. Healthcare, world class. Dubai's private healthcare system is among the world's best. American Hospital, Mediclinic, Saudi German Hospital, all internationally accredited. Health insurance, $2,500, $4,000 a year for over 60s. Comprehensive. Consultation, $80, $120. Surgeries can be expensive but covered by insurance. Social life. Social activities in Dubai are limitless. Beaches free, walking trails free, golf, green fee, $80, $150, $120, $250 in Europe. Cinema, $12 to $15. Theatre, $40, $80. Gym, luxury chains, Fitness First, Gym Nation, $80 to $120 month. Building gyms often free. Real estate. Golden Guide by Region Dubai Marina and JBR. Most touristy, most central. Skyscrapers, marina, beaches, $3,500, $5,000 per square meter. One bedroom, $300,000, $450,000. Rental yield 4 to 5%, can make 7 to 8% by renting to tourists. Downtown Dubai, where Burj Khalifa is located, center of luxury, $4,000, $6,000 per square meter. Too noisy for retirees, but great for investment. Jumeirah Village Circle Triangle, family-oriented, quiet, green areas, $1,800, $2,500 per square meter. Two-bedroom, $200,000, $300,000. Rental yield, 6-7%. My recommendation, ideal for retirees, both peaceful and affordable. Dubai Hills. Estate, newly developing area, golf courses, parks, luxurious but peaceful. $2,500, $3,500 per square meter. Two-bedroom, $350,000, $500,000. High investment potential. Arabian ranches, villas, gardens, golf club, resembles American suburbs of Dubai. Three-bedroom villa, $600,000, $900,000. Car essential, but life very peaceful. Sharjah, hidden treasure. Emirate next to Dubai, 30 minutes to Dubai, $1,000, $1,500 per square meter. Two-bedroom, $120,000, $180,000. Much cheaper, much calmer. Only disadvantage, alcohol prohibited, but Dubai is 30 minutes away. Mortgage and financing. In Dubai, foreigners have 100% ownership rights in designated areas. Getting a mortgage is easy. Emirates NBD, Mashreq Bank, RAK Bank, all lend to foreigners. Interest rates between 3.55%, term 15-25 years, down payment 20-30%. Process very fast, 2-3 weeks. Mrs. Schneider's story from Germany to Dubai. Mrs. Schneider from Hamburg, age 67. Annual pension of 55,000 euros in Germany. After tax, 36,000 euros remain. Cost of living in Hamburg, 42,000 euros annually. Annual deficit, 6,000 euros. Savings, 380,000 euros. Step 1. Mrs. Schneider took a 2-week vacation to Dubai, rented an Airbnb in Jumeirah Village Circle, really liked the area. Step 2, worked with a real estate consultant, found a 2-bedroom apartment in Jumeirah Village Circle worth $240,000, 220,000 euros. Step 3, down payment 88,000 euros, mortgage 132,000 euros, monthly mortgage 700 euros. Step 4, applied for retirement visa. Real estate investment was sufficient. Process took 6 weeks. Step 5, sold her Hamburg home. Liquidated capital gains by paying tax. Last tax payment in Germany. Result, instead of depleting her 380,000 euro fund, it's growing by 18,600 euros annually. Over 20 years, this will grow her fund to 750,000 euros. Comparison and decision-making. Now you might ask, George, which one is right for me? The answer depends on your lifestyle. Portugal is for you if you love European culture and history. You yearn for Mediterranean climate and slow living. You're looking for a balance of tax advantage. Plus, reasonable cost of living. You want organic food, local markets, small town life, annual savings, $20,000 to $30,000. Panama is for you if you love tropical Climate and beach life. You want the highest standard of living at the lowest cost US dollar security and proximity matter. You want both city and nature options. Annual savings. $25,000 to $35,000. Dubai is for you. If you want modern, technological, luxurious living, you have high capital gains, maximum tax savings is your priority. You want everything fast, easy, in English, annual savings, $15,000, $30,000, including tax savings. Conclusion and call to action. Dear friends, as you've seen, making your $500,000 nest egg last up to 40 years isn't a fantasy. This is George's geographic financial arbitrage strategy. The Daniels family, Mr. Martinez, Mrs. Schneider, they not only protected their savings, they began living the most adventurous period of their lives. They transformed their financial worries into the excitement that freedom brings. Remember, this may seem like a big move, but the visa processes, costs of living, tax advantages I've shown you, they're all real and accessible. This isn't risk, it's smart risk management, because the real risk is staying in the same place and watching your fund deplete early. Question for you. Which financial haven appeals to you most? And why? Portugal's cultural richness, Panama's cost advantage, Dubai's tax miracle? Write to me in the comments. I read and respond to every comment. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss this critical information. On this channel, we don't just talk about how to invest, we talk about how to live freely. I'm George, and your financial freedom is my mission. Spend wisely, live freely. See you soon.